Okay.
What up, what up? Y'all Craig Bone in the building, man. Bone Thugs, we right here. Crush Through 2025 is going down. All 5 out in the building. Y'all know what you see. Y'all see it. Y'all heard that shit, goddamn.
Fucking go quadruple platinum.
Thugs in the house, where y'all at?
Is Israel on there, like?
Israel on there.
Hey, all my Israel, y'all, man. We
Double H is swinging.
And half flush. The people in the back switch.
right now.
What it is, Louisy motherfucking E, man, with the form, you know, Crush Groove, you know what I'm saying? Come and represent with Bone Thugs, that's how we do.
What's up, family? I just wanted to share some more of the background footage and things that's happening in the background with Bone. I hope you like that. So let's have this conversation about this single. Yo, what's up, family? Bone just dropped their first single on April 25th. It's called All Shit. A lot of y'all came to my page and dropped your comments to let me know what you thought about the single. If you got all 5 members on this song and you got all 5 members on this album, it's probably gonna be pretty good. So far, I think most of us listened to the single and you kind of left your thoughts on what you thought. You even said who you thought was your favorite rapper on there. A lot of you guys said Busy Bone probably had the best verse on the song. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out and let me know what you think, if he had one of the best verses or not. But anyway, all the members did good on this song. So I went to my Level Up with Buck post page, and a lot of you guys did show up there and you dropped your comments on what you thought was, if it was fire or if it was not. And most of y'all said it fire. I say about at least 90% of y'all said the song was fire. 10% of y'all said that it wasn't, and I understand, but most of it, the reason y'all said that it probably wasn't fire was because of the beat. A lot of y'all didn't like the beat, but as far as Bone raps go, a lot of y'all said that they did bring back some of their old style and they still got it. And I agree. I think Bone still has it when it comes to the lyrics or whatnot. The beat, yeah, it's iffy. I don't know, if that's what they meant to do. Maybe this is one of their lesser singles as far as off the album, but I'm sure they got some more bangers to come. And it seemed like they spent a lot of time in the studio, working on this album. You know what I mean? So, we can't really vote on it yet as far as if it's a good or bad album. I think it's going to be a good album. I think all the rappers still sound good. I think they are back. Somebody in the comments say that they never left. I agree. They've been dropping individual projects and they still relevant. You know what I mean? So for them to come back together now and do what they doing, they even brought Lil Eazy-E in. This is Eazy's son, one of his kids. And believe it or not, to me, Eazy sounds just like Little Eazy. Sounds just like his father, Eazy-E. Almost spitting image. You know what I mean? So I think that was a smart move to bring him back and put him on stage, and let him perform with Bone doing his father's verses. So if you guys went to any of the concerts, you probably seen, some of the guest appearances and stuff like that. Specifically, Eazy-E sounded like, his father. Like I said, I think that was a good move. I'm a fan of Eazy, Eazy, NWA, that whole crew. I don't think they get all the props that they should. A lot of people always talking about Death Row. But, you know, you got to give Easy his props. You know, he dealt with Suge Knight and other people in the industry and still came out on top, you know, with some of these groups. And like I said, he birthed Bone. So this is like, you know, one of his best groups, I think, off the label. Somebody else in the comments said that Bone saved their life, their music rather, saved their life. And I agree. I think in hip hop, a lot of us came up listening to it, and, you know, we could have been doing other things, but, you know, we actually end up going to the studio, you know, rapping, doing performances, you know, doing things ourselves to keep us like off the street and keep us good. And then also the music was good back then, and I think it kind of taught us lessons, you know, in the 90s on what's good, what's bad, you know, don't be like me, you know, you don't want to end up in these situations, you know. So these were kind of like our uncles back in the day that, you know, was kind of trying to give us, you know, the ground that we stand on to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So anyway, you know, hey, I appreciate everybody that came out and dropped your comments and let me know what you thought on if it was fire or not. I know, like I said, 10% of y'all didn't like it, but about 90% of y'all did. I did like it myself. I do feel like the beat could have been a little bit better, but either way, it was still Bone. I think, like I say, they still got it. I don't think they never left, and I'm looking forward to their next single, and I'm looking forward to their next album that they're gonna have dropping later this year. And if you haven't went to my post page, make sure you go there, drop a comment. You know, you can vote there and say if you think it's fire, or if you didn't like it or whatnot. And then you can also drop a comment on why you thought it was good or why you didn't think it was good. It's gonna be hard to say anything's bad when it comes to Bone, because Bone has a lot of fans. But, you know, hey, to each his own. Nobody's gonna be mad at you if you didn't like the song or if you just didn't like the beat. Then, you know, it's all good. You know, that's what it's all about, is to have this conversation, you know, about Bone and these 90s groups. So hey, if you got any ideas on any groups you want me to talk about, anything you know, 90s related, whether it's movies, music, things like that, let me know. You know what I'm saying? We can have that conversation. Right now, I think Bone is their time in the seat. I think they are the ones that's just doing it right now. And there's other groups that's out, you know, doing it right now from the 90s, you know, like Redman. Even MC Lyte dropped a new album. A lot of people didn't know about that, but she dropped a new album. So, you know, if you represent some of these 90 groups, make sure you go out and you listen to some of that material. If you represent Bone, make sure you go out to their merch page. And also, I have a store. If you go to my store tab, you can see some of my merchandise there. I even have a Celebration to Bone t-shirt that I dropped, you know what I mean, that I designed. So go check that out. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you guys will cop some of their material, cop some of my merch too. And I look forward to the next video with you guys. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and set your notifications. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all taking your time out to just even come hang out with me and have this conversation. Like I said, I'm looking forward to what Bone got coming out next, and I think it's gonna be real good on this album. So hey, let's look forward to the next single, and let's look forward to this album. And make sure you go out and represent Bone and get tickets to the concerts. They'll be coming to you sometime soon. I did another video where we talked about the concerts and whatnot, so you can go check that out too. All right, family. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.